Hello, my name's John Porterfield of Eco Cars, and another video of a great eco car. It's the Toyota Prius. It's the Mark II on an 05 plate, registered March 2005, just 2 owners from new, and I'm shooting this video just to give you an idea of the condition and the spec you get on a T-Spirit. Now this is the pre-facelift T-Spirit, so it has not got the reversing camera, but it's got all the other options that make it a very lovely car to own. Rear load cover which comes out, seats drop in a 70-30 split, so it turns into an enormous van-like space. Lovely clean boot floor. Under here we have a little hidey hole, you can hide valuables, and under here we have a space saver spare wheel. So it's like all the other Prius, we sell lots of these. High level brake light just here under the aerofoil, rear wash wipe, and I just place these stickers on just to advertise our business, eco-cars.net. These can easily be removed. It's on this piece of glass so it doesn't harm the paintwork. So being the T-Spirit, get an upgraded hi-fi system. It's got 2 Isofix points and 3 rear inertia seat belts, 3 headrests, a little armrest in the back. There are no rips or tears or undue odours in this car. A couple of cup holders in the back, mat pockets in the rear. There's no floor mats, but it's very clean. Looking in the front passenger seat, there's a little bit of a stain here that will come out with a wet clean. I say there's no rips or tears. Driver's seat, not showing any signs of wear, to be honest. Little armrest there with cubby hold storage. No holes to the front passenger footwell. It's a very clean example from an 05 plate. Show you the door card on the rear, offside door. Get side airbags in the front of the 2 front seats. Driver's seat is height adjustable. I say it's not showing any signs of any wear. It really is testimony to Toyota's build quality. No holes to the carpet in the front driver's footwell. So how do we start a Prius? Well, we have this lozenge shaped key. There is just one key at the moment, but the second key may arrive. That fits in a slot. You put your foot on the brake, you press power. There we go. The car is running. Guarantee the mileage there. You can see it in the sunlight. 72,951 miles. That will increase slightly because we're about to go on holiday, so this will have quite a few more miles on it. But I'm doing this video now, so when we come back from holiday, this of course will be for sale. Being the T-Spirit, lots of options other than the normal wiper controls and lights and indicator on the other side. We have voice activation, audio on,
turning audio system on,
which works, audio off,
turning audio system off.
You can also control the sat-nav system from there as well, so you can program in home, and you can then obviously be taken home, and temperature you can control from the voice activation. We also have an information display. Over the last 260 miles, I took my children to the airport yesterday at Heathrow. I was averaging between 55 and 60 to the gallon at motorway speed, so great to use. Bluetooth phone, which you can pair up to your phone to demist the front screen, heated rear screen. Automatic climate air control, so you can set the temperature from the voice activation or from the steering wheel. It works very well. You can adjust the volume of the CD player, which is a 6 CD player, radio, and also good old-fashioned tape deck is on this early T-Spirit Prius. Lots of storage, lots of cubby holes. They really are extremely well thought out. And down here we have a little auxiliary power point to plug in anything you want to charge up. They work very well, different to other vehicles. Oh, the locking wheel lock key is present and correct. We've got all the original manuals are here that came with the Prius when it was new. So all the operating systems that come in this rather nice binder is all here, including the actual original supplying Toyota dealer. Now the service history book is missing, but we hope to be able to find that. But there is all the service check sheets and invoices from when the car was new, starting at, let me just show you them all and it will become clear. It's the 25, it's the 51. Right, there's the first service there at 8,751 miles, the next one at 17,000 miles, the next one at 25,000 miles, and then one there at 34,000 miles. Now, if you ring Toyota, you will actually be able to get off their database all the service intervals from when it's visited a Toyota dealership. So it should be serviced every 10. So as backed up by the check sheets, we have service record here from Toyota for this car at 8,017.34. Serviced at 40 but no miles shown, but I'm endeavouring to find that out. The 50,000 was done at 49. The 60 was done, but again I'm to find out what the miles were. And the 70,000 mile service I'm sure has been done, so that's to be announced. So it has got good service history, and it will be serviced again by Toyota, by ourselves, before it is sold. The documents are here for the car. The V5 is here, show one previous keeper, and the last owner bought the car in 2009, a lady from Nottingham. So it's a Toyota Prius, registered the 8th of March 05, an alternative fuel car, and at 104 grams per kilometre CO2, it's just £10 a year to tax. MOT is here, and that's MOT till the 9th of August 2013, but I'll put a fresh 12 months MOT on this, and there was no previous keepers. It is HPI clear, but it has had a change of registration, and it went back onto its original plate, so it was on a private plate, but it's all documented by DVLA. So before I walk you around this Prius, I'll just take you for a short test drive. So welcome to the test drive of this Prius. So what you do with the key in the ignition, your foot on the brake, press power. There we go, the car is started, it's running. I'm going to press the handbrake, which is like a foot brake. With my foot on the brake, pull the lever across and down to D for drive, which also appears on the dashboard. Release the brake, and off we go. Now on the dashboard in the middle, which you probably can't see from this camera angle, there's a little display that tells you what's going on. Now we're going down a slight slope, so I'm coming off the throttle. Now the engine has turned off. I'm doing 36 miles an hour. I am not using any petrol, which is where the Prius comes into its own. So I'm actually regenerating electricity, signified by the diagram, back into the battery. Now if I squeeze the throttle very gently, it just draws power from the battery. 36 miles an hour, still we're not using any petrol. Come off the brake, come off the accelerator, squeeze the brake, just go around this parked car, come to a stop. As you can hear, absolutely no noise. I'm stuck behind a trailer or I'm in a traffic jam. You don't need the engine on. So there again is another great benefit of a Prius. Squeeze the throttle. Now if I accelerate hard, petrol engine will start up. Propellers along. Coming off the throttle for this corner, the petrol engine switches off. I'm regenerating electricity back into the battery. So half the time the petrol engine is not actually working. So at 72,000 miles it's probably only done 35,000 miles in reality, because it's constantly switching off and on between petrol and electricity. Well proven. There's lots of these Prius driving around with 300,000 miles, which you can see on YouTube or the internet, still running fine. The battery's still running fine, the petrol engine's still fine. So these are great, reliable, even high mileage vehicles. But this has got just 70,000, which is nothing for a Prius. £10 a year to tax, around 60 to the gallon, seats 5 adults comfortably, automatic, a joy to drive, top of the range T-Spirit, pulls up nice and straight, no undue noises, it's like all the other Prius we've owned and driven. So that concludes the short test drive. Again, the engine's still on. I'll take you now for a final walk around this Prius. So welcome back from the test drive. So I'll point out all the imperfections I can see on the car. We'll start at the back here. Now the rear bumper, when this is sold, will have been repainted, so I'm going to show you the marks before we have the paintwork done. But it just affects the rear bumper where there's some scrapes and scratches, and it's been reversed into something here. This will repair easily. So I will have the rear bumper repainted and repaired, which is just plastic obviously. The rest of the car is very clean, just needs a good polish. There's the odd tiny dimple dent, well odd, just that one there. The front tyre, both tyres were a bit low, so it's had brand new tyres on the front, so 7mm on there. The front wheel trims a little scuffed, but these cost about £30 to replace should you want to. They all have locking wheel nuts on. The discs are a little bit lipped, but if they're questionable for the MOT, I'll have those replaced. Front bumper, a little scuff there. Again, I'll get that blown in when they repair the rear bumper. The bonnet, suffering from some very minor chips. Not bad for a Prius. Usually these are quite heavily chipped, but these will be touched in. No scrapes to this side of the front bumper. Again, another brand new tyre on the front. Some grazing to the plastic trims. The windscreen has some very minor chipping, but nothing that would cause it to be an MOT fail. Wing mirrors are fine. Down the side is fine. This rear tyre, I'll just show you both. I think this has about 3 to 4mm on that rear tyre, and this rear tyre is another, I think it's a Goodyear run flat actually on the back. What an expensive tyre. That's about the same, about 2 to 3mm on the back. So the great Toyota Prius, T-Spirit, it runs very well. We return around about 60 to the gallon. £10 a year to tax. It's actually presently taxed because we'll be using it to the end of August, but we'll tax it again for 12 months. It's only £10. A joy to own, great to drive. And so if you want any more information about this or any of the cars we buy and sell that's an eco car, then feel free to talk to me, Jonathan, here at Eco Cars. Thanks for watching.